What's going on, everybody? This is Blockchain Bullz, and today we're going to make a video about lotto ticket altcoins. Why? Well, today is obviously a very stressful day in cryptocurrency, high volatility with Bitcoin, and the entire cryptocurrency market appears to be breaking down lower and lower and lower and forming lower lows, right? And when you have something like that, it can be a little bit of a stressful time period, and you hold out hope that we're still in a bull market. With that being said, I'm going to show you some of these interesting altcoins that are in the cryptocurrency market that you can do some research on to get your mind off of what you're seeing in the markets, get your mind out of your portfolio and paying attention to some exciting things that give you hope that people are working on projects. So these are called low-cap altcoins. Now, full disclaimer here, when you invest in low-cap altcoins, it's like a lotto ticket. When you buy a lotto ticket, you're buying a lotto ticket realizing that that it's not necessarily a sure win, right? Like, I mean, what are the odds of winning the lottery when you go get a scratcher ticket or a lotto ticket? I mean, they're pretty low, right? But hey, there is a chance you could win out. With that being said, if you don't have enough maturity to invest in something like these coins or these projects based on the fact that we don't know where they're going. I mean, they could die out, they could go to the moon, who knows? Then just watch from the sidelines. And no one wants to hear you complain about you putting $40 into something and then it didn't work out. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but you see a lot of that where as Ivan on Tech always says, big boy pants only, please. It's always funny to hear him say big boy pants, but it is true, because a lot of people, they make an investment and then they don't want to take responsibility for their investment. But with that being said, enough lecturing on that full disclaimer. Let's get into the fun stuff and talk about some of these projects. So what I'm calling a low cap lotto ticket altcoin in this scenario is 150 million. Sorry to the people who really like Nano, because I wanted to throw Nano, the feeless cryptocurrency, in there. It's fast, it's feeless, but it's 350 million, so we're gonna have to leave Nano off the list. But hey, they get the first shout out, right? Nano. To all of you guys in the Nano crowd, I know you guys are happy about that. You're going to share this on Reddit, right? Now, here we go. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Effectai. You can see just a $3 million market cap. I mean, it's a true low cap lotto ticket if this thing pulls off what it's trying to do. Now, they're talking a big game. Effectai, the perfect combination of human and machine, helping data science teams succeed with structuring data and the deployment of AI automation. Well, with us going into an era of artificial intelligence, I mean, you look at it all over YouTube, Silicon Valley's telling you, we're going to AI. You see the AI on the blockchain, here you go. Now, whether or not these guys execute on what they're saying, I have no idea. I don't even really know who's on the team building it, but I know it's an exciting project and a really low cap. So I'm at least saying, hey, this one I'm adding to my list of research. Am I saying buy today? No, because people watch the video today. Just because it was made today doesn't mean that every single one of these are the best time to buy. But I mean, when I'm looking at this kind of price and this market cap, I'm like, hey man, where do I get it? Well, most of these are tokens anyway, so you all know where to get tokens on the ERC20 network, but that's where you go to find out where each one of these coins are. You just go overview and then hit market, and it'll tell you where you can pick it up using what kind of coin. So the next thing we're going to move on to is the sandbox. So this is my next favorite kind of area that we're talking about, is virtual reality, because if you look at the top 5 trends moving forward into the future, you've got these conversations, AI, data science, VR and AR. So you'll see a lot of that is kind of why I'm really interested in this. Whether or not these are the projects that execute on these plans, if anything, you walk away from here saying, okay, I need to add these kind of things to the radar. AR, VR, data, anything data, because we saw that with the oracles, right? Data related chains. And then you have some of these other things like AI, and we'll go into more of this stuff as we go on. But the sandbox, let's show you guys what it looks like. But $22 million market cap, I mean, come on, this is pretty low, right? So we go over here, these avatars. Have any of you guys ever used the Oculus Rift or Oculus Quest? You know that AR is becoming a thing. It's it's no joke. So when you start talking blockchain and NFTs, non-fungible tokens, I mean, they haven't really taken off, but something like the sandbox really allows you to get into this stuff. And we've heard about this, even if you watch The Social Dilemma, that movie, they talk about how they're building an online avatar of you now. Do I think that's the best thing for society or humanity? I don't know. I mean, geez, you ever seen that movie Ready Player One? I mean, for 20, 30 years from now, how the world is supposed to be like, I think Steven Spielberg did it. It's not necessarily what I want the world to be in, but when I'm looking at these investments, I mean, I'm seeing the direction the world's going, and I don't want to be so old in my perspectives that I don't pay attention to the up and coming trends of where things are going. So the sandbox, the NFT, that kind of stuff is interesting. Now, another one that's coming up is Axion. We've heard this talked about on a few other channels. I'm not going to get too far into Axion, but a global currency built to serve the people with a high interest time locked savings account. Participants in the Axion network are rewarded daily. So this is totally interesting. Stake your Axion on your terms, earn high interest, collect your earnings on time. Am I saying buy this right now? No, I'm saying look into it. Understand what this project is doing. There is a lot of projects on this list that are going to make you feel overwhelmed. You're going to be like, what in the heck is going on here? Do I really got to get into all these projects? No. What you want to do is you want to see the ones that really caught your attention, the stuff that you think is cool, interesting, and then do further deep dives into your own research. And like I said, it might not even be these projects that catch your attention, but something like this, because this is where the future of finance, the future of blockchain, the future of decentralization is taking us in the digital world. Okay, so Axion, obviously, when you see something like earn high interest, staking, you're like, ooh, wow, got my attention here. Where is this project going? We don't know. Okay, so Polkastarter. This is another one of those projects. Polkadot, it's on the Polkadot blockchain, I believe, already. POLS, you can see right here, decentralized is the way your ideas decentralized the way your ideas raise capital. Kind of written a little bit weird, but probably just my poor reading skills anyway. But anyway, be the first to join Polkastarter, a protocol built for cross-chain token pools and auctions, enabling projects to raise capital on a decentralized and interoperable environment based on Polkadot. They say they're on Polkadot, so I'm assuming they're already built on the Polkadot blockchain. And there are projects being built on Polkadot, where you can't say that about Cardano, can you? Polkadot actually has a $38 million market cap, which is a little bit higher than the last few, but you could see they're, a way to raise capital. I guess it's kind of like some of these other platforms out there where you go out there and you try and raise, I can't even think of it. I know it's not change.org, drawing a total blank, but those platforms where you go out there, Jumpstarter, whatever it's called, I never really did. People always told me to get on there and try and raise capital for a startup, but Polkastarter is kind of doing the exact same way. This is a higher cap token. I mean, this is actually a higher cap token than most. $110 million market cap Voyager token, formerly Ethos. And you could see it is an app. You would download it onto your phone if you wanted to just at least check it out and see what you guys think. But earn up to 9.5% interest APR, 50 plus digital assets, commission free, crypto made simple. So whenever people see commission free, they're like, yeah, buddy, that's what I'm talking about. Because people hate paying commission on a lot of these this Coinbase and all this stuff. I mean, goodness gracious, these fees are just getting out of control, right? So check out Voyager. I mean, it's something definitely worth adding to your list. Look at Tracy McGrady right here. Rarible, back into the NFT world. Look at that market cap, 1.3 million. I mean, that thing is basically dirt cheap. If we stay in a bull market, this could get interesting. So meet Rari, Rarible governance tokens. We think the best way to align platform development with customers' interest is to empower the ones who actively interact with protocol creators and collectors. So this is, again, going to be related to NFT. You're going to want to dive in here, look at their marketplace and all the stuff that they have going on. You can hit explore and go into this right here, which is where it gets really interesting with all of these different little characters. That's kind of cool. Look at that power flower. I mean, you can see how this could be interesting, especially to young people. I mean, I used to trade basketball cards and baseball cards, so this world is definitely different than what I was used to, because I used to have the basketball cards in my hand. But like I said, just because I'm in my 30s doesn't mean I got to get all like, out of touch with what the future holds, right? Anyway, moving on from this. Powertrade Fuel, $5.8 million market cap. Let's see what Powertrade's up to. Again, another ERC20 token. But look at this. They're working on something. I mean, they're talking the big game. Level up with Bitcoin options trading It's quick, straightforward, and all mobile. Trade like a boss. Okay, what is this going to be, the next eToro or what? I mean, I got the bull right here. Everyone likes the bull. It's the year of the bull, isn't it? So anyway, trade options, no rec. Anyways, I'm not going to get into it. But hey, options trading for the blockchain coming soon. I mean, keep an eye on it. Look at that. Look at that market cap there. All right, moving right along. Bondly. So Bondly.finance. We're going to be getting into a couple of these, including PPay next here. Bringing agile and trusted DeFi to everyone. So with DeFi, I mean, we've seen the rise of DeFi, we've seen the correction of DeFi, we've seen like the reconsolidation and now the recalibration to move back up again. And so this DeFi stuff is definitely still around. It's not going away, but a project like Bondly, I mean, you can see they're definitely working on some interesting stuff here. A portable peer-to-peer exchange that enables trading across any chain through any medium. So definitely something to work on or to consider. Versatile, innovative, interoperable, and transparent. So who knows where these guys will take it. The problem with digital payments, DeFi is complicated. CeFi is too slow. Yeah, CeFi is too slow with all those middlemen. And decentralized exchanges are expensive. Yeah, you'd be surprised. I mean, Uniswap, the miner fees are just crazy. So they're trying to solve some of the real problems. I mean, that's where the money is made. Find the problem, solve the problem. That's how these projects. So just because they're trying to solve the project or problem doesn't mean they're actually going to do it, because trying and actually succeeding are two different things. But when I'm showing you these projects, these are interesting projects on the blockchain. So Bondly, pretty low market cap, it appears. I mean, they haven't even really got started, but I mean, getting in early on a coin like that, wow. All right. So again, we're going to have to stay bullish, because if Bitcoin doesn't stay bullish, we're in trouble, because none of these projects are going to mean much. They're just going to kind of have a cool idea and fade out. But in an alt season bull market, these projects will get attention, especially as people find out about what it is they're doing and problems they're solving. Plasma Finance is another one of those. I mean, this thing has just gone down, down, down. I mean, it's like, where's the bottom of this thing? How much lower do they go? But again, they're working on something really interesting. I mean, you're like, hey, these guys are actually working on some cool stuff. The easiest way to invest in DeFi, Plasma Finance is your home for decentralized finance. Invest, store, and manage a DeFi token with ease. You can see they've got a lot of stuff they're working on in a platform that's going to basically bring it all together, everything you need in one place. People are like, why do I got to have all these exchange apps? Why do I got to do all these wallets? Why do I got to have all these things? But you could see fiat on ramp, off ramp, DEX in the same place. That's the kind of stuff that makes this really interesting is, everything in one place. What? You got my attention. So PPay is something to definitely keep an eye on. They do have an app. The app isn't in full-blown operation the way that you'd like to see it, but where it's at now and where it's headed, two different things, because things when they roll out, they got to iron out the kinks, don't they? So that's the whole point, getting into these things early while they're still developing. Safe Haven, we've had Safe Haven around for a long, long time. This little crazy pump, watch out for those guys. When you see a pump like that, stay away from a pump. You want to get in way earlier than that, right? So that thing went up to 15 cents back in October. Wow. Now it's at a $5 million market cap. Could you imagine being in it at this price and then it going up to 15 cents at a later date? Wow. Not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying. But these guys are cool because they're working on what is actually a problem. What happens to your crypto when you pass away? And so they're actually an inheritance solution on the blockchain. Again, they've got to actually pull it off. They've got to become trusted, because this is a real big thing. It's always good to see the founder and the team putting their face out there and letting you know who they are. But solving the inheritance issue on the blockchain is certainly something that caught my attention. And I've heard about this this idea talked about a few times. So when you're thinking about this, here's at least one project doing it. There are others, but I'm introducing you to Safe Haven, who is doing it. And so that's cool. Now we have Electroneum. Electroneum has been they've had their day, and they've really crashed off. But this project's been around for a while, $54 million market cap. But they've stayed relevant, and they haven't scared everyone off completely. But this project right here, I hold out hope that at some point in time they really dial it in. I mean, I know the team is very active, and I've stayed in touch with them. And it's the mobile cryptocurrency, right? A cryptocurrency with huge genuine usage, via our real world ecosystem. So they did the mobile miner. That didn't really work out, but they've managed to adapt and overcome. But again, a mobile cryptocurrency, they want to really bank the unbanked. Some people are like, Jeff, are you ever going to stop talking about Electroneum? I'm saying because I've been on Electroneum's bandwagon since the ICO back in 2017. And just, it's just a matter of patience. I mean, you invest in 2017 in cryptocurrency, it falls off, it goes flat for 2 or 3 years. Everyone thinks it's all going to zero. And then here comes Bitcoin again in 2020 and then 2021. I mean, sometimes patience pays off. So we'll see if the Electroneum bandwagon actually ends up becoming something. And the last one is another project from way back in the day, LowCap right here, 21 million, Dent. I think these guys are ahead of their time, Dent Wireless. They've been around for a while. I mean, you can see they had a pretty big surge right there all the way up to 10 cents. Now it's well below a penny. But Dent is really solving a problem. I mean, it's something like if I travel overseas and I got to call Verizon and tell them that I need cell phone service, and then they want to charge me $10 a day and give me 0.5 gigabytes, and I'm just like, okay, gosh. But something like this would be really what I would want to get the app, say, hey, I want service. Maybe I just transfer it to them. I would really like something like this to work out. I'm not just investing in it because I'm like trying to make gains. I'm like, I hope these guys work out because I've traveled overseas and had issues with having to pay $10 a day and getting 0.5 gigabytes and the slowest service ever. So if these guys who are I consider ahead of their time actually pull off what they're trying to do, that would be cool. So Dent, you're getting it for a really good price at this value. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think of this list. If I missed some coins, I mean, people want me to talk about Apollo currency. I'm still getting familiarized with Apollo currency. I'm also still getting familiarized with some other projects out there that I know you guys want me to talk about, like Pluton and some of this other stuff. Let me know in the comments if I missed one or what you think of some of these coins here, if they're good pick, bad pick. But again, most of it is just opening your mind to what's out there. It doesn't have to be these coins. It's just these niches, and these are coins in those examples of NFT and finance and trading platforms. So really interested to hear what you guys have to say. Thanks to everyone who's been subscribing, keeping up with us, and we'll see you on the next one.